And we're back face to face with YB Darell. Now, with the Royal Commission of Inquiry on Illegal Immigrants in Sabah, the issue of foreigners is a very hot topic. YB, now we'll go on a more local front first. Now, there have been numerous complaints about foreigners in your constituency. You know, they're taking over businesses in Penampang. Now, how do you intend on resolving this? And more importantly, how can we resolve this issue without coming off as xenophobic?
Okay. Thank you. That question was brought by us during the general elections, and if one was to go to Penampang today, you will not only see the usual foreigners, which is the Filipinos and Indonesians, who are selling and peddling cigarettes, and probably even peddling the 4-digit results. This is what they do. Okay, many other things. Labor, they've taken over. Even some trades they have taken over. The fish trades in fish market in Dongongon itself has already been taken over by them. Right. Now, when you go to Penampang, you not only see them, you see also the Pakistanis who have opened up sundry shops all over the villages in Penampang. There are many arguments to that. Some of them say that the sundry business, is actually owned by a local native. Right. And these people, the Pakistanis, are only there to work and assist them. But really, that's not the case. They actually own the sundry shops. Now, how do we tackle that one? I spoke to the district officer the other time, and they said that they are doing something about it. But I believe what should really be done is the Director of Immigration Sabah should ask all his officers to go around all these villages and ask whether these people, these Pakistani traders, are holding visa entry as a tourist, or either they're holding a visa as a worker in Sabah, working permit in Sabah. Now, obviously, if they were to run this business under a social visit pass, then they should be deported. Right. It is an offense. Now, I don't understand why it's so predominant in our area, and why they're mushrooming with, like nobody's business. Okay, going back to foreigners, the authorities ought to be dealing with them, and the manpower is there, the laws are there. It baffles me also why they've not done anything. Not to sound xenophobic, you say. Yes, we understand why they're here. We understand why they're in Sabah. It is a problem for a lot of them in their country. But when you look back today, Philippines is okay already, just like Indonesia. Why have we not discussed with their respective governments and find a solution to repatriate them back, or for their nation to take them back? It will affect the economy, I have to say. It's easier said than done, like most people say. Because when they leave, who will be working as the menial labor? Who will be working in the oil palm fields and what have you? But there are laws again to bring them into our nation as a lawful legal labor. Right. So why don't we make it right by doing all those? We can negotiate with their nations and tell them, yes, you have access of people who are looking for job elsewhere out of your country. Yes, we are willing to accept them, but let's do it right. Okay.
You mentioned, YB, that some of them actually own the shops. Now, how is it possible?
That's why I don't understand why. Now, the mechanism is very easy, probably. Right. They will probably pay, unfortunately, collaborating with our own natives, to pay them a huge amount of rental and ask them to probably apply for the licenses under their names, and then operate the business by using the trading license owned by the native. So much like an Alibaba situation, but in this case, two Alis lah. Okay. Because Bumiputras, if they pretend to be Bumiputras, as far as the Pakistanis are concerned, because some of them, surprisingly, and this is proven also in the RCI, that they have ICs. Okay. I'm not surprised. Some of these people today in Penampang are also IC holders.
Now, can the MACC come in if, let's say, someone were to, Alibaba their business to
I think not only the MACC, the first people to take action should be the district office, and they have enough manpower also to go after these people who sublet their trading licenses. And we must always remember, trading licenses are not transferable. It is personal to holder. So they cannot allow someone else to trade in their name for a fee or for a rent.
Okay. Now, former Sabah Chief Minister Tan Sri Chongkakiat, who helmed the state probably 10 years ago. Now, he was well known for handling the issue of immigrants. He took a very tough stance on the matter, including, deporting those who had been issued identity cards illegally. He also got rid of squatters in Tawau, Sandakan, and Kota Kinabalu, in Pulau Gaya. Now, is this something that maybe the federal government can emulate in dealing with the problems of illegal immigrants in Sabah?
Okay. Tan Sri Chongkakiat, with due respect, he did an excellent job on it. And he had the support of the police and also, I believe, the military at the time. What baffles me on that one is this. After he was no longer Chief Minister, it just stopped. And the usual run of the mill did, where they just arrest, deport. But these people kept on coming back. There was no fear put into these foreigners who come in easily to Sabah. Whereas, probably during Chongkakiat's time, he managed to put some fear into these people, and they ran away, and some of them were caught and deported. Now, there seems to be no system in place to ensure that these people do not come back to our state if deported, and to ensure that we actually take proper legal action against those holding fake identity cards, and also those who have issued the fake identity cards, or in this case, the government officers who have probably issued the identity cards, just to earn money. I've asked in Parliament how many have been arrested, and they've only replied to me that there's only been 20 odd people so far since, I think, year 2000, if I'm not wrong, who have been part of this conspiracy or been part of this scheme to issue identity cards. It's sad. We should be, we should have taken very, very strong action against all these people, and we should have shown them that we mean business. Now, you know very well, Sean, in Sabah, whatever we say and feel is true. There are people holding these identity cards. Unfortunately, you and I do not know whether they are authentic or not.
Yeah, that's something that has been said quite frequent.
What is our solution? Our solution, of course, like I said, it must be a bipartisan solution, because I'm sure our colleagues in Barisan Nasional, they feel the same as us. But there may be people within the government who don't think the same as us. It doesn't mean that all Barisan Nasional are in agreement with each other.
Right.
Because I have heard some of the members of Parliament from the Barisan Nasional who speak the same as us. Now, there was a suggestion made long time ago and repeated just before the election by my former Member of Parliament who we defeated. He mentioned about surrendering the Sabah IC and reissuing a new IC. That was mentioned a long time ago by Wilfred Bumburing, also mentioned by Yong Teck Lee.
Right.
Now, and of course repeated by Tan Sri Bernard just before the elections. And when these people mentioned it, they all mentioned it when they were in Barisan Nasional. And there was nothing positive at all to their request. I asked in Parliament the same question, whether the federal government is ready to give Sabah the power to reissue ICs on all Sabahans, genuine Sabahans. They said they were not. And they have a system in place to monitor all this. Obviously, there's something wrong there, Sean. And I, even the grandmother in the kampung knows very well that there is this IC racket and IC issuance scam going on all over Sabah. RCI hearing has proven over and over again by individuals who are telling us how they got their IC, the turnaround in getting their IC, and what they've done after they've got their IC. Okay, my question is this. Those people who gave evidence, what has the police, what has the immigration done on these people?
Well, that is a very interesting question, and also one that ends our second segment. We will be back probably to continue more on the issue of illegal immigrants.